Matt, they're saying they can't hear you.
Great. There we go. Now I should be audible. Hello, everybody. I'll do the intro again. Why not? Welcome, heroes, villains, and morally questionable weirdos to Canon Class Season 2, which is just really going great so far. Hits across the board this episode. As I was saying, apparently to just myself, we do have 3 people on the show today because my good friend Nikhil Clayton is guest hosting this episode. However, there is, of course, an empty slot. Evan should be here in a couple minutes. I have not heard from him yet. If he's not here in a few minutes, we will wing it. But I wanted to go ahead and start off doing our intro, talking about the rules.
Let me hop into Evan's place. We'll do your questions and my questions, and I'll just act like I don't know.
Genuinely might be the option that we go with, but as we stall and wait for Evan, we will do the usual intro stuff for the show, and again pretend that the intro has gone perfectly so far. So we will introduce our guests. I will go over the rules of the game for anyone who is new, and then if needed, I will call somebody else. Nikhil will swap over. We will get into it. So first off, let's introduce the guests. I guess we'll just sort of go clockwise. First off, then, a man who needs no introduction on this channel, but I'm going to make him do one anyway. Nikhil, tell us about yourself.
Hi, people who clearly don't know me and haven't seen me in at least a few days, probably. My name's Nikhil. I make TikTok videos about comics. I'm very hyper fixated at the moment on the X-Men. I will be
at the moment.
No, it's always been my life, but like this last year, it's just been only X-Men. I used to read other things, believe it or not. But I say this because you will notice, I know this is a game that has both Marvel and DC as an option. Not only did I never get close to doing a DC one, but all of my characters share a similar sphere.
All right, we'll jump forward in the rules a little bit. Yeah, usually this is Marvel and DC, but because Nikhil was here and I knew he was going to do a lot of X-Men, this is just another Marvel episode. Anyway, Nikhil, continue.
Anyway, TikTok. I do my own Twitch now. That's one thing to plug. Nikhil Clayton on Twitch. Most of you are there. It's great. It's the days Matt's not streaming. So if you're ever like, oh, I wish Matt was streaming right now, come see me. It's like second best.
He streams. Wait. Oh, hold on.
We're getting live Evan
updates. Evan said, "Wait, you meant Central Time?" Yes, Evan. I live in Texas. He's apparently coming, but anyway, we'll wait on him as we wait for Evan.
I want to point out one time I asked Matt what time the show started, and then he said a time or something like that. He moved his stream schedule, so I said, "What time are you at now?" And Matt responded with the live time that it was at his house at that moment. Just curious if I wanted to know the time.
The text message exclusively was, "What time are you at now?" So I thought you were comparing time zones. That's what I assumed that was, and I think that was a justified thing. Evan, hello. Let me get you into the feed.
Turn on my camera. I don't even have a belt on.
Well, don't worry. You were not in the stream yet when you said that. There we go. There's Evan. A beautiful Skype logo. He will return to us in a moment. But anyway, let's move on in this just what is surely going to be an amazing episode. I have so much faith that it's going to get better from here. Lily, hello.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Oh gosh. I'm Lily, Franklin Pearl on TikTok and Twitter. I'm a big Fantastic Four person and currently also in a Hawkman kick, so that's very fun.
Okay.
So, yeah. Also, my dog is next to me, so you might see her.
Pet cameos, always more than welcome on this show. Now, there's a question I usually ask to all the contestants. I didn't ask Nikhil because he's technically not a contestant, but I will ask you. Go ahead for me and rate your own comic book knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10. I was saying before we started the show, I think you are probably one of the more Marvel knowledgeable people we've had on the show so far. So I'm very curious to see what this answer turns out to be.
I'd say like 5 to 5.5, because most of the knowledge is just like Fantastic Four.
Okay, niche knowledge is still knowledge. Also, as we are continuing to go, chat, if you are getting like weird audio or different audio levels from anybody, please let me know. I will fix those as we go, since I had to modify
That was fun night. Thank you. Your hat's still wet.
That was Evan.
What was
I
that?
believe.
Let's play Yahtzee.
I would agree with
Evan,
you. Want
are
me to
you
start a
watching
fire?
YouTube or something?
All right. Well, as I was saying, if there's weird audio levels, please let me know, and I will adjust them to make everybody's relatively equal. We will get that, as we're going. But anyway, let's move on to our second contestant, Scott. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Scott, or Bricks and Bionicles. I mainly focus on Lego. I know like a little bit about Marvel, but I mainly focus on Bionicles, if you remember those bad boys from the early 2000s. And I'm just like super excited to be here, really.
Dude, I'm so jealous of your background and your setup. It is beautiful.
I just made this like in like the last week. It used to be a lot less condensed, but I'm really happy with it.
It looks good. The like super dense Lego display is always my favorite thing. I've got like my own like the modular buildings shelf up in my living room with the Daily Bugle and the several of the other buildings in the sanctum on the end. So I see that Daily Bugle in the background.
Yep.
And such a good set. So then I will ask you the same question that I did Lily. Rate your current comics knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10.
Well, if Lily's going with like a 5, I'm gonna have to probably like a 4. Honestly, like I have like a general knowledge, but like it dips every now and then.
All right, a 4. A 4 is still solid. A 4 is still solid. One thing I love about this question is that normally, this has actually changed a little bit for this episode. I am doing some new things in Season 2. But normally, there are a total of 20 points available. So we can so easily compare everybody's beginning answers to the end, because it's easy to convert both into percentages. So 40% is the target, and I have faith in you. I think you can beat that. We'll see how it ends up shaking out. And then finally, Evan, someone else who on this channel, again, probably needs no introduction, but I will, again, make him do one anyway. Evan,
Hi,
introduce
my
yourself.
name is Evan, and I am late. I go by EA.
No
I go-
worries.
I go
We got
by
you in before the
EAVNC
questions.
on TikTok and Twitter, and I go by EAVNC cosplays on Instagram. But I mainly face around like video games like Mortal Kombat. I do cosplay stuff for Marvel, DC, video games, etc. And my content is very multi-basis.
All right. And then, same question. Rate your current comics knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10. 3?
No, you said current?
What? Current comics knowledge on a scale from 1 to 10.
About a 3.
Okay, so it is. So we got 3, 4, and then specifically, I believe what was said was 5 to 5.5. So that is an average of 5.25, a little bit of an increase. And with that, we have our sort of target point goals for the episode. So as I said a minute ago, we will see how that shakes out. Let me go over the rules really quick before we begin for anyone who is new, and also for me, because I haven't done this show in 2 months. So when I inevitably forget something in the rules, chat, you're allowed to yell at me. Not that I need to give you permission. I know you'll do it anyway, but I am giving you permission this time. So please take the opportunity while it's there. Now, the way this show works is that I, or in this case, Nikhil, we're going to alternate questions, is going to present you with the name of a character. We will say it, and it will also pop up on the screen. And we're going to give you a little blurb of info about them. It will vary in length, but a couple sentences to a paragraph about the character. From there on, your goal is to tell us whether this character is a real one that has actually appeared in real Marvel Comics, or a fake one that one of us just made up. Now, to help you with this, there are 3 lifelines of sorts, little hints. Let's explain how they work and then go over exactly what they do. So, you're going to get to, as a group, pick between one of the 3 hints every question. So you guys are going to vote as to which one you want. The person with the lowest score will vote first as a little bit of a catch-up mechanic for what that's worth. Now, the 3 hints you can pick from are 1, a little bit of publication info about the character in the form of the year that the character debuted and the name of the series that they debuted in. You get both of those with one hint. So if you think maybe this character fits like a certain vibe of like 60s comics versus modern comics, or like a Spider-Man character versus an X-Men character, and that would be helpful, you can pick that hint. The second hint is we will describe their appearance to you. Usually this means just what their costume looks like, or if they're like a monster or an alien, some sort of traits of them or something like that. And then third is kind of the safe option hint if neither of the others seem particularly helpful. We will give you a fun fact about the character, not random, specifically chosen. Essentially, it's just like an extra line to the normal blurb paragraph if you just want a little bit more info. Now, like I said, the person with the lowest score is going to vote first, going up. Notably, if all three of you vote for different hints, you don't get any hints at all. So if you're feeling confident and don't want to give any assistance to the contestants, you can try to screw everybody over and just say no hint, go from there. Now, I do believe, let me go through my my quick list here. I think that's pretty much all of the main rules. As I said, this one's going to be a little different. I'm going to start, and then we are going to alternate with me giving the question and then Nikhil giving the question. The last thing that I want to say is, despite that, the order of the questions is randomized, so no mind games as to whether we did a bunch of real and then a bunch of fake in a row. I did randomize them. So, with that, does anyone have any questions, or are we ready to start with the first character? Oh, Evan has a question.
Real, fake.
That's a good point, Evan. I didn't tell you guys how. Yeah, I told you guys how to do this when we were talking separately, but I guess I should go through the answers for the audience. Thank you, Evan. What I have told everybody is to bring some sort of visual indicator of real or fake. I've purposefully left it open-ended because I think it's funny to see what people bring. But when everyone's ready, you are free to deliberate after you get the question and the hint. When everyone's ready, I am going to count you in, and then you will all vote at the same time by just holding up your indicator so that it's clear what everyone says without everybody talking over each other. That'll make sense?
Yep.
Cool. In that case, let's go to the first character on Canon Clash Season 2, that being Excavator. Children of supervillains are a pretty common trope in all sorts of comics, but sometimes they can definitely come from some weird places, such as Excavator, who is the kid of one of the Wrecking Crew. Yeah, those weird supervillains who just have, like, construction equipment with magical Asgardian enchantments on them. Excavator is the son of one of them. Now, specifically, he did not live with his father. He was separated from him when he was a kid because his dad is, you know, a supervillain. But when Excavator found out that his dad was a villain, he ran off to join his crime gang, got his hands on a magically enchanted shovel, and became the newest member of the crew as Excavator. What hint are you guys wanting for Excavator? How are you guys thinking? And again, you are free to deliberate amongst yourselves. Whenever you're ready, we will move on. If the episode runs too long, I will cut your deliberation time down. But for now, feel free to debate. Magic Shovel Boy.
Magic Shovel Boy. And it's the son?
It is the son of one of the members of Wrecking Crew.
I don't know how the Wrecking Crew is, but this gotta be a kid.
I will also... Yeah, it is a kid. I will say that. Also, I will say, Wrecking Crew, probably the most mainstream appearance of Wrecking Crew is they had a very brief appearance in She-Hulk, if you saw. They're pretty mainstream in comics, but the random, like, dudes with the magic helmet and the wrecking ball, it's one of their kids, if that helps give any context to how strange of a pull this is.
I want to point out, I don't know Matt's answers.
Oh, yeah. I have not told Nikhil my answers. I know Nikhil's because I had to make the questions, but I don't know, like, his blurbs for any of them, too, so the specifics will be a surprise to me.
I feel like we go by...
It's such a good name.
I feel like we go by...
It is a good name.
Public...
It's like such a good name.
If it's not real, it should be.
No,
like, I feel like it's just, like, too good, but it's also, like, too on the nose.
Also, real quick, I think someone's audio seems to be echoing. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Does anyone have speakers on by any chance?
I have my earbuds in, but my computer's also weird, so it could be me.
I don't think it's yours. As we're talking, I'll monitor the audio feeds and I'll try to figure out what's causing it. So no worries. Do you guys have any specific hint that you would like for Excavator? Again, there's no score totals right now. Everybody's just tied at 0, so no one gets priority. You can all just sort of vote amongst yourselves. And again, those hints are just sort of an extra line to the description of the costume, and then the series and year that they debuted. And technically, if you don't want any of them, you don't have to pick one. We've had people skip it before, but...
And I'd like to see what his costume would look like. I kind of want to... If it's just a magic shovel, that's really not a costume.
So that's one vote for costume, then. Anyone else want to confirm that? Or Evan and Lily, do you want to team up on a different one?
I trust Lily.
I heard very faintly from Evan, I trust Lily, so it's I guess it's on you then. What are you thinking?
Probably like date and publication year, because that would give us like the most info.
In that case, it's back to Evan. Okay, is that
date and publication? That's what I was thinking.
Date and publication. In that case, and of course, if this character is fake, this will be something that I made up as well. But in the case of Excavator, real or fake, he debuted in Runaways in the year 2005. So this was a mid-2000s character, if that gives any hints on the vibes. Everyone looks confused, which is exactly how I want the contestants on the show to be.
That's, and if you lied, putting it in Runaways is such a good choice.
Now, I will say, if this helps, I love Runaways. Runaways was one of the first comics I ever read. So, does that mean I picked a character that I knew from a classic comic,
No.
or lied with a vibe that I knew? That's the name of the game,
No,
though.
It's like, oh, that's such a good, because Runaways is fantastic.
Excellent comic.
Show got canceled too soon.
That's all I know about Runaways is the show. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah, the comics were better, but the show was good. But let's go ahead and have everybody vote. I think that's enough deliberation for now. Again, I'm going to count you in. When I count you in, 3, 2, 1, go, and then you guys will hold up your answer indicators. What do you guys think about Excavator? 3, 2, 1, vote. Every single person says fake. And I am so happy to say that we are starting Season 2 of Canon Clash off with a clean sweep. For me, Excavator is very real.
It is a good name.
He's a kid in like a brown bodysuit with a shovel. That's his whole thing. And making things even funnier, he lasted like an issue before he tried to hit somebody with super strength with the shovel, and it just shattered. He did one thing with that shovel, and it immediately broke.
So I knew what you were talking about, but I thought he had like a gardening scythe.
No, it's like a
That's why I thought it was
construction
fake.
shovel, but...
Like a little sickle.
No. It's a real shovel, but it still didn't do too much for him. But yeah, I'm happy with how Season 2 is going now. I try to be nice and do, fair questions, but if I can start off the gate with one that tricks everybody, that's a win in my book. Now let's see if Nikhil can keep up that energy. Nikhil, are you ready to go on to your first question?
I am. And also, love that this
All
is
right.
the first one out for me.
I
Put it up.
Cool.
Put it up.
I did not research yours. I just looked to see which
Hey.
were real and which were fake and put them on the board. So
let's
let's go
go.
ahead and start off.
We're getting a good start here. This is Dino.
It's on the
This
board.
is Dynamite. Originally a normal. Hold on. Ankylosaurus. Dynamite was transformed by the mutate brainchild who was seeking to turn animals into a private army in an effort to rule the savage land. The mutagenic process left Dynamite intellectually and physically evolved, now able to walk upright and speak, as well as suddenly a master of explosives. He creates his own bombs that he is capable of launching with his tail.
Yeah.
Oh, because like the spike tail.
Yeah, it's the spike tail guy.
It's like a catapult.
Yeah.
I didn't piece that together until hearing you say it. Okay. And let me remind everybody, I did not research Nikhil's beforehand. I did not dig in, so That's okay. Solid. Once again, there is no score advantage right now, so you guys are free to deliberate whatever hint you think is most helpful. Nikhil is in charge of hints for his questions, so direct those to him.
True.
Dinosaur-themed hero.
I mean, the Savage Lands makes sense, but
Not
Nikhil didn't know how to pronounce Ankylosaurus.
true.
That's kind of what's throwing me off here. I feel the way that he double took on Ankylosaurus was like, you know how to say that. You're double faking. Here.
Oh, you think he's lying about pronouncing it right?
I didn't know what the
lying.
name of the...
I
I
thought
will
this
point this out. I will point this. I can't point this out. Never mind. I will wait to point this out.
Point. What? I thought you were accusing him of like this one being real because he wouldn't pick something he didn't know how to pronounce, not him faking not being... We're into the mind games already.
I full 100% believe that you went Ankylosaurus.
Some wild accusations on question 2 from Evan, but this isn't my question, so I got no stakes.
Evan's got a very low opinion of me.
Another good name.
Man, that might be the episode title already, is just phonetically spelling out like Ankylosaurus.
I'm gonna go no hint.
Oh,
Evan's
Evan's
ready.
super confident.
So ready to
Okay,
go.
so then Scott and Lily, if you guys can agree on a hint, then
I'll agree on no hint.
Yeah, same.
all right.
I don't think anything would really help me in this case. Like, what would a dinosaur wear?
Pants.
Wrong.
The
I would
dinosaur
wrong actually.
Walks upright, so presumably pants are worn for reasons.
I mean,
But it's a dinosaur.
there's that one dinosaur kid from that Marvel TV show, where he turns into like different he wears like
Yeah,
spandex
That would get in like the
and
way
his
of
head's like a
reptile
T-Rex
flinging
sometimes.
bombs, or his bomb flinging tail.
Bomb fling a tail.
I mean, it's not the
Not the
craziest comic
but I don't
thing.
think I need a hint to know that he wears pants.
That's another good show title. Damn. All right. I mean, if you guys are ready to vote, you seem confident.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just 50-50.
Nikhil will be in charge of counting in for his.
All right. Hold him up.
I said counting in, but all right, cool.
Just go.
Wait, what's counting in?
What's
1, 2, 3.
What's counting
Oh.
in? What do you mean? What's counting in?
One.
Hi. It's
2,
fine.
5,
1, 2,
4.
3, go. No, it's not real.
Okay. All right. It is not
However,
real dynamite.
I want to point out, I didn't know what the fucking name that dinosaur was, and I copy and pasted it from Wikipedia, and I read it just now.
Sounds like an oddly
You
specific
mind
dinosaur.
game bullshit. Out of here.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
love-
So
I was a dinosaur kid, so that made no sense to me why you didn't know how to
I
pronounce
am many kinds of
Ankylosaurus.
nerd. I have never been a dinosaur nerd. They're all just big.
So the
lizards.
only person that got that was Lily, right? I didn't actually.
Yeah.
Evan, you held up the. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Lily. First point of season 2 as a whole. By seeing through Nikhil's. I was gonna say dinosaur pants lie, but you were the ones that brought
I
pants
will
into it.
point out
So,
also
I
in
mean,
my costume design thing I wrote does not wear pants.
oh, it is. So if you picked that hint, it explicitly would have been relevant. Oh, I love it.
Do I lose another point for that? Do I go negative?
Do you want? That's never been a rule on Canon Clash, but if you want to go negative, I'll allow
No,
it.
God no.
Evan gets the first negative. That's a new gimmick in
Evan
season
gets
2. Is
Of course I would.
if
Of
you mess
course
up
I would.
so bad, then I'll give you negative points. All right. Are we ready for question 3? Back to me.
Yes.
All right. Our third character is Rat. Just Rat. Not too much is known about the mutant supremacist agent known simply as Rat, but he's on that list mostly because of that name and how it relates to his powers. You probably have some guess as to what the powers might be from the name, And I almost guarantee you're wrong, because he doesn't seem to have any rat-related powers. He is instead covered in metal spikes, and that is his whole thing. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to find out too much more about him, because he lasted for about one fight before Storm electrocuted him to death.
Yeah.
What do we think about Spiky Rat Man? Any hints sound helpful for Spiky Rat
Very
Man?
plausible for a throwaway character.
Yeah.
Spike covered rat man, electrocuted instantly like that. It's like
I kind of want to figure. No. I kind of want the
Me
publication.
too.
yeah. When did they create
The
Rat
publication?
Yeah.
All right. You've stumbled upon a hint that I think is going to surprise everybody, but for the whether it's surprising more convincing or surprising as a worse lie, who knows? Because Rat technically didn't actually debut in a comic. He did debut in Season 3, Episode 1 of the official Marvel anime.
There's a Marvel anime?
Is that the?
Is
that
there?
The one
Or
where they
did I
have,
lie?
Like, the Gokai watches.
I'm not going to tell you.
Are we allowed to like? I mean, obviously we're allowed to lie, but I was gonna ask you that because I didn't end up doing this.
Lying
But when
on
it
the
came
show?
to like coming up with first appearances, I was like, this is so hard. What if I just made up a series and said it's from that? But I did.
If it's a fake one, just make up whatever.
anime.
Note
There's
I
no way they
also
haven't
call
done
it just
that.
Marvel anime too.
But season 3,
I will
there's
say
no way
this
they
actually,
made
Evan, the
season
one you're thinking of is Disc Wars. I did not say Disc Wars. I said Marvel anime. It's
yeah.
not Disc Wars.
I didn't know what it was called. All I just knew is that they had like watches.
Well, you've gotten your hint. It's quite a doozy. You guys are ready to vote on Rat?
I love Rat.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so that is Evan and Scott saying real, Lily saying fake, and it is now tied up. Rat from the show Marvel Anime is real.
Is the show just called Marvel Anime?
From what I could find, yes. It is just called Marvel Anime. And there's a mutant. It's the most generic thing in the world. The characters have names like Rat and Marsh. The villain group is called The Inner Circle. And the show is called Marvel Anime. I was like, this is ridiculous. I have to put it
But
in
they
the
made
show.
it to 3 seasons?
I'm pretty sure.
Apparently, I have not seen this. Sometimes if I'm
That
looking
was
for
the
inspiration,
hardest
I
part
click
for me to
around to
believe
like.
that it was
Yeah.
the premiere of season 3 of a show I've never heard of.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
You've seen
You have
Marvel.
to
Okay, wait,
legally-
Evan. How is
Yeah.
Marvel Anime? Please tell me.
Did you guys ever see that clip of anime Deadpool that was floating around the internet for a little bit, where he was getting like chimichangas? He walked into a bar into like the middle of the desert. Was that just me?
That is
Might ring a slight bell,
that
but
is not me.
So I had looked it up, and there were like clips of like characters and stuff, and the storm scene is apparently a reference to the Toad thing.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
That would make sense. He
You know what
just.
happened?
I don't know why they picked this guy. There's so many X-Men
You know what
villains.
happens when a
There's
rat
so many
gets
X-Men
struck by
Toad
villains.
lightning?
And Rat.
Literally everything else.
Literally everything else.
And now he's
Isn't
gone,
that the line?
and he was a great contestant.
No,
on
it's the
Canning
same
Clash.
thing that
I don't have
happens
think
to
about it
everything
anymore.
else.
Oh, same thing that happens to everything else. I don't care. Love Storm.
Love Storm, she gets rid of the gross little dudes that the
That she
mutants
does.
fight, apparently.
That's what
her
Storm's
role.
here for, guys.
Storm-
Get rid of gross little dudes.
Nikhil,
Storm beats.
are you ready
Yes.
for your next question?
Put it on
All
the
right,
screen.
it is on the board.
All right, everybody. This is Cobweb. Hold on. I gotta get my blurb. Cobweb.
I'd make fun of you for not having your blurb ready, but I never have mine ready either.
Cobweb is an alien of an unknown race from an unknown reality. They are a powerful precog and serve in the Special Executive, a team of parahuman mercenaries that operate across time and the multiverse. They were hired to capture Captain Britain and ended up assisting him in a fight against the Fury, which they also gave up on when several of their members, including Cobweb's partner Legion, were killed.
That was a much more depressing backstory for Cobweb than I was expecting it to be. But That's why I don't ask guest hosts to submit their blurbs so that I can be just as surprised. There's once again no hint priority here, so
I'm gonna go with it's publication, race, and then what do they wear, right?
It's publication, random fun fact that's like extra blurb, and then costume, visual description, something
I'll
like that.
go random fun fact.
Yeah, same.
Random fun
Yeah.
fact.
No, yeah.
Great. Fun fact: they have served on the special executive for over 300 years and is seemingly immortal, though it's not been discussed.
Seemingly immortal.
It's very funny on the
All
wiki.
right.
No, because you could be
Buddy.
you could be 100%
Buddy.
fucking with me. Nikhil,
I
this
have a need to
this
give
is the
fun facts.
Ankylosaurus bit
Okay.
all over again.
Nikhil, you don't pull them from the wiki, you write them in a Google Doc, so you don't have to look for...
No,
Oh,
Matt. I did
alien.
lots of research. Okay, I did lots of research for all of these. I'm not looking at a wiki. I just know.
Well, okay, well, yeah. All right, wait, hey, this is your question. I'm going to shut up.
Jesus
I'm gonna shut up and let
Christ!
you
I gotta learn to hold my fucking
host. I'm going
tongue.
to shut up and let you host.
Well,
Nikhil's playing mind
questions?
games.
That, I will say, that would be a power move,
Whoa.
and if it was a power move, I would totally play into it. So maybe there is a shot here.
He's giggling too much.
I love Evan trying to get inside my head.
I am in your head.
He's just drilling his way in there. It's because Evans played D&D with you betraying everybody.
That's why I followed you the whole time. I didn't trust you.
Everyone already
yeah,
knows
I
Nikhil's
feel
not
like
going
we're
to say it.
good to go,
Everyone
right?
everyone knows.
Alright. All right,
All right.
1, 2, 3, vote. What? Oh wow.
Evan is so committed to this bit, and is Evan an absolute mastermind in Nikhil's
No.
brain, or was
That is
no,
0
no,
for
he's
2,
not.
but get it inside my head.
He's not at all. That was so funny.
I have an unstoppable urge to just say things when they pop in my brain. That's not been my ally so far in this game.
You can never make fun of me about the beak thing that I did in the precursor to this game years. I once gave away one of Nikhil's things.
Oh, that's true. You
on
did.
a show similar to this like a year
You
ago.
did.
So now we are even, I guess. Also, though, I will say, Nikhil, please do explain this character a little bit more, because I know something about this.
Yeah,
the audience is saying he's a sleepwalker
We didn't
villain.
get
and
to it, but this cobweb, there is a cobweb that's from the Sleepwalker part of the world. But this cobweb they appear like a handful of times in Captain Britain and shit, but they originate in Doctor Who Monthly. They are something called a loom bread or something from Doctor Who, and that's what they are. I had to read 2 wikis, the Marvel wiki and the TARDIS wiki, to understand this person. Both of which is what I was going to say earlier, just say seemingly immortal, which I thought was hilarious. But yeah, rip.
Which wiki were you referring to when you said wiki in the fun fact?
The Marvel one, because the Marvel one just says like must be immortal or something. It's like great, thank you.
Helpful, I suppose. The Marvel wiki. I've had to scrap characters in this before because I was like, this is funny, but the wiki just doesn't say nearly enough to make it viable. So I know your pain. And on that note, are we ready to move on to question 4? Question 4.
Bring it on.
Let's go.
All right. Question 4 is The Statesman. Marvel has no shortage of patriotically themed heroes, and while many of them in the modern day are a little bit more nuanced, the Statesman is a less successful example of a Captain America ripoff style character. He started out as just a sort of mild-mannered aide in your good old small-town mayor's office, but he secretly had the power of 48 men, one for each state. Now, if you're noticing anything weird about what I just said, that gives you a little bit of a clue as to why Statesman didn't last too long, because he debuted shortly before Hawaii and Alaska were made states and was just kind of dropped from there. Power of 48 men, one for all the states, except most of them, or except 2 of them, I guess. What are you thinking for hints for the statesman? Evan, you do now have first vote on hints if you would like to use that.
Because I suck at reading people.
I wasn't going to say that, but if you would like to say it.
I'll go clothing.
You want to go clothing? Okay. Did someone else say something I didn't hear?
I feel like date and publication would be important here.
Date and publication?
Yeah.
So, okay, Lily, you want to confirm date and publication. This was in Marvel Mystery Comics in 1958. This is one weirdly where history is something of a factor. We have had in season 1 the Chernobyl disaster and the date of that playing into a question before, so this is nothing incredibly new to Canon Clash, but I'm sure at least one person is Googling the year that Alaska and Hawaii were admitted to the Union, and I just want to let everybody know I could also do that if this was a fake one.
Alright, I'm set.
The state's power of all 48 states. Evan's set. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Everyone ready to go? All right, in that case, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Scott says real, Lily and Evan both say fake, and the statesman is fake, not real. I love doing my patriotic hero bits because there are so many of them, and most of them are really dumb that if you just make up one that's just nonsense, it's at least decently believable.
I tried to make up.
So that means
I tried to make up so many like Captain America-esque kind of characters, and they all turned out to be real, and it really kept pissing me off.
Oh, I've done the same. Dude, in was it episode 1? It was episode 1 or episode 2 of the show. There was a guy named the Right Winger. That's his real name. He's from decades ago, but I was just like, that was a good shock value one to put on the screen. Entirely real. Anyway, Lily, you have now pulled ahead with 3 points, and the others are tied up at 2, so it is still a very close race. But congratulations so far.
It's kind of fucked, but the reason why I knew that 1958 was wrong because in my head I was going, what year is Pearl Harbor?
I don't know.
Evan, 1958 is the year that the year before Alaska and Hawaii became states.
Is it?
Evan, that is right. I just Googled it before I
thought it
wrote
was.
this
I
down.
thought it was like 1930 something because World War II.
No. I
No.
think Hawaii was a territory, but not an official state.
Yeah, they were territories, but not official states.
Sick.
Evan's going through.
I mean, you got there. You got there in the
right.
end. So I'm not going to question. I'm not going to question the reasoning as long as it gets you to the right point. I
Evan
guess.
is looking for lies
but hey.
everywhere lies are not. Specifically, just the
very
parts that are
true.
not lies.
Evan is trying so hard to find lies while his back is turned the other direction, and I do respect it. And you know what, Evan? I believe you'll root one out eventually.
Yeah.
Will it be now? Let's find
Oh my
out.
God.
Nikhil, are you ready for your next
I don't know if
question?
I'm ready to get psychoanalyzed again.
In that case, I'm just going to throw it onto the screen and not let you wait.
Alrighty.
There it is.
This is. I got to look at the Twitch to make sure I'm doing the right one. All right, this is Turtle Dove.
I texted you the
No,
word.
I just want to make sure. I didn't get the memo that these weren't supposed to be sad, so get ready for this. Turtle Dove was a young girl and a member of the Morlocks, born with pale yellow skin, small wings, and a turtle shell. Her mother, Anna Lee, took her into the sewers shortly after birth in an effort to ensure her safety. This worked for a while as Anna Lee continued to adopt other physically mutated children that had fled to the Morlocks. However, Turtle Dove ultimately perished off-panel alongside her mother in the Event Mutant Massacre, where their remains are found by the Team Power Pack.
Oh, you're doing the Power Pack Mutant Massacre thing. See, I never technically said that these weren't supposed to be sad, and I think that should be a good new direction for Canon Clash Season 2. It's depressing now.
It's sad now.
We used to do jokes, and we've done too many jokes. We need some thematic tonal balance, and so now they're going to be depressing.
I heard Power Pack and I immediately looked at Lily.
Yeah, I do think that's within your Franklin Richards sphere,
Yes.
so I'm very curious to see if you get this one correct.
if not, Stan and Jack can take my comics.
Well, you don't have hint priority, which is, probably good for fairness on this one. So Scott and Evan, if you guys want to agree on something, you just pick it flat out.
You go first. I've been going first the majority of the time. You pick. You be a silly goose and pick.
Random fun fact.
I will also go random fun fact.
Now, Nikhil, if this one's real, don't say wiki when you're doing the fun
So
fact.
anyway, in the official Marvel Encyclopedia, God damn it. Because of the heaviness of her shell, her wings would only allow her to hover a few feet off the ground, so they were not very helpful, is the fun fact.
Nice.
Oh, little tiny wings. This is...
That's not good
I don't...
indication.
No, I'll wait until this is answered before I say this.
We good to go?
Pick me or Speed.
All right. 1, 2, 3, vote. Wow.
All right. I'm seeing 2 fake, 1
Turtle
real.
Dove is fake.
It's funny enough, that ties the score up. So despite everyone doing different, this is something that happens so much on Canon Clash. It's so funny. People very rarely are always giving the same answers, but the amount of times that the score ends up completely tied, so just coincidentally common.
People got me.
But yeah, the score is tied up now.
I do want to say, when I made an original slate for this game that I gave to Matt, and then I said, hey, Matt, who are the guests? And then he said that Lily was one of the guests. And then I took back my slate because I thought that it was not going to work. And then I crafted these with the more express purpose of trying to trick Lily. And this one, I worked so hard to make fit in the lore that you could gaslight the idea that she was there. And she just wasn't relevant. And I'm glad it worked.
So you didn't get the point, Lily, but to be fair, by Nikhil's own admission, it was a targeted attack. So can we really blame you? I guess. Yeah. But hey, it's tied, even closer game now than it was. Are we ready to go on to the next question? I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorites of the day, I think.
Favorite because it's a good character, or favorite because you did a good job making it up?
That is the question, Scott. That is the question. And the character, or actually, rather, team of characters, that is fully allowed in Canon Clash, is Fast 5. First, to address the elephant in the room. Yes, that is the name of a Fast and Furious movie. Is it a team of Marvel supervillains as well? That is for you all to decide. The Fast Five is basically a group of criminals on rocket-powered rollerblades, led by a guy named Blue Streak, who designed this rocket rollerblade suit and then just made 4 different color-coded copies of it and decided that was good enough for a villain gang. Rocket-powered criminal rollerbladers, Fast 5.
If it was rollerbladers, they definitely would have come up with a cooler name.
Facts.
That's true.
Okay, that's...
It's the only thing.
I love this one so much because whether this is real or whether I'm trying to bullshit you with a Fast and Furious movie, it's funny either way.
The first thing I think of is different colored people on roller skates is the opening to Power Rangers.
And I am notoriously a Power Rangers fan for what that is worth.
Yeah. So,
Blue.
Again, it's tied up again, so no hint priority, just in your deliberation.
Blue Streak is an awful name.
Yes, the leader is named Blue Streak.
How else would you describe a streak that's blue?
Blue Streak, Red Streak, Green Streak, Brown Streak. Sounds like poop, man. I'm not going to be scared.
I'm not saying anything.
If I recall the Fast Five.
I'm going to laugh at Brown Streak.
I'm not saying anything. What hint do you guys want?
Look at he's streaking down the road.
Oh God, they're all streaking. They streak fear into their hearts.
Oh my God!
Boo.
I'm gonna go
Oh my
publication.
Pick your hint. I swear to God. Publication. All right.
I will agree on that.
Doubled up on publication. Okay. They debuted in Captain America and the Mighty Avengers in 2014.
Definitely would have had a cooler name. Rollerblade was so hip in 2014.
Was it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was also gonna question.
I remember 2014. I don't remember rollerblades being
We were
involved.
all rollerblading around everywhere. Nobody had cars
Rollerblade.
anymore.
Wait, hold on. Y'all
Beautiful.
didn't rollerblade on
Peak
the daily?
society.
Dang, that hip 2014 rollerbladers might also be a good episode title. We're really hitting them quick. You guys ready to vote?
Blade.
This sounds so stupid.
Sounds so stupid.
I'm gonna make you guys vote.
So good.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Evan's the only one that says real. Evan, therefore, is the only one that gets the point. The Fast Five are 100% real, and I would like to make it known to everyone. They debuted in 2014. The movie came out in 2011. They came out 3 years after the movie.
Hold on.
I really...
What are the colors? What are the colors?
Yeah, okay, I will.
He's
The
so
fun
stressed
fact
about
is
the
the
brown
team.
string.
The fun fact is the team name. I'll go ahead and give you the fun fact because or the members. It's Blue Streak, Gold Rush, Red Line, Green Light, and Silver Ghost.
No brown
That is
streak.
the
You're
names.
okay, Evan.
No brown. No, it's
You
it's,
made
it's
up a
very
thing to be
brownish
scared of.
color.
It's like a train?
These.
Yeah.
I
No,
feel
this
like
is making rollerbladers everywhere sound so bad.
this
Yeah,
sounds
it
like
was 2014
Amy's saying one of them is brown. No,
rollerbladers,
he's
man.
not
That's
brown.
hard to do.
He's gold. It's different. He's gold. He's
These
definitely not brown.
These sound like Sesame Street villains.
Does Sesame Street have
yeah.
villains?
Sounds like if Crayola made a villain.
Oscar the Grouch.
I mean,
Not
is he
not a villain.
No, he's just.
I watched
yeah,
that
I-
movie where Elmo goes into like the warp world inside of his fucking.
Hold,
Trash can.
whoa, we're getting it. I'm sorry, did you just say the phrase Elmo goes into warp world? No. I'm gonna ask you about that
No, this is
after the show is done.
Elmo and his trip to hell.
fucking trash can.
Ammo Lord deepens.
Well, other you there for some reason.
The Elmo lore thickens.
Oh my god.
This is.
But
this
yeah,
facts.
Fast Five. I really thought that when the movie came out in relation to these was going to be a factor. But hey, sometimes when you hit contestants with questions like that, the results are unpredictable. Nikhil, are you ready for your next
I
one?
am, man. But this.
All
I
right.
didn't realize that we were doing all the depressing ones in a row. It's
I didn't either. I have not seen your blurbs.
Alright. Well, sporadic. Originally just one of thousands of alternate identities within the minds of David Haller, Sporadic was one of the 7 alters to escape from his consciousness and become an individual following the Age of X event. He attempted to run away and hide before he'd get reabsorbed, but found that his ability to traverse time was no longer relegated by the presence of the Legion. As such, he began to travel through time against his will and without being able to control his destination.
Yeah, I mean, I was joking earlier when I was like, Canon Clash Season 2, there's a tonal shift. This is now a very serious game show where we talk about depressing characters. And that's what you get when Nikhil Clayton... If you
Yes.
want more depressing Twitch content, go to Nikhil Clayton's
Nikhil
Twitch
Clayton,
page.
TikTok funny man, Twitch depression. That's my slogan.
Also, as Chad has already noticed, we do have
Yeah.
a dog in the show.
Hello.
Please introduce your dog before we move on, Lily.
This is Penelope. She's having a fun time. She's
Love her.
6 and wants to lick the comics.
Good. Let her. Comics are for dogs.
Does Penelope give us a bonus?
Damn, that's another good episode title. Comics are for that's a really good one. I'm gonna have to pick. Maybe we'll have a vote later in the Discord as to what episode title we want. Anyway, we got to get back to the question at hand.
Yeah,
when do you
just a
two can go?
character.
I didn't get last this time.
Yeah. The hints are lying with Lily and Scott right now. Sporadic. The time randomly time traveling Altar of Legion? Was that what I heard?
Yes.
Roughly that? Boy, Legion's already a kind of depressing character.
He
so, believable. Real or fake, believable. That show was really good, though. Underrated show.
Great show. I wish they gave him his Jesus look.
Yeah.
Is that, or was that Nate Gray who was Jesus, or was that?
There were several
There's
X-Men
a-
Jesuses,
there was
I
a
believe.
lot.
Nate Gray, Cable, and Hope Summers are all Mutant Messiah.
I forgot Cable was Mutant Messiah.
Yeah, they got around that by introducing Hope, and they were like, "So it is the daughter. It's fine. Don't worry about it."
They passed that name around. Anyway, what hint are you guys wanting, if any?
Thinking fun fact.
I don't think it'll be very fun given the history, but
We'll go with depressing.
all right.
I'll also go depressing fact.
All right, yeah, depressing fact. Legion has mentioned that Sporadic reminded him of an old man he met while first trying to control his powers on Muir Island as a child.
That wasn't that depressing, actually. It's like, he met himself from the future, kind of. Okay. That was kind of fun.
I thought it was gonna be more fucked up. Like he had like a family. He had like 3 kids, and then one day
Well,
he just
he used to
teleported out of
exist
there.
he used to exist inside of
Zapkus.
Legion's mind, so he didn't have a ton of time for this stuff.
Daddy, that's so fucked up. That's so funny.
Watch our D&D show if you want to know what that reference is, everybody. Anyway, are you guys ready to vote on Nikhil's 3rd depressing character in a row? Again, I randomized
Matt
these.
ordered
so...
We
them.
just picked all depressing characters.
Yeah,
I
maybe
did
it is that.
That's the thing. I started with a dinosaur that
did
throws
pick-
explosives.
That's
There
good.
could have been variety.
good point.
here.
It was
That is a
depressing
good
'cause that was
point.
fake.
Ankylosaurus, my ass.
That's another good episode title. We are... Boy.
Someone be writing all these down.
I should be writing them down. I'm the host, but anyway, I'll comb through later. Are you guys ready to vote?
Yes.
All right, Nikhil, count them in.
1, 2, 3, vote. What? It's fake. So I think only Scott.
I'm seeing real, fake, real. So
However,
only Scott. All right, the
I
scores
want
are
to point
still
out
so close.
the bullshit event that leads to Legion's there's just 6 Legion altars running around that are, and then he's trying to reabsorb them. That's all real. I just added 1 to 7, but that's like a real thing.
The best lies in this show always have a grain of
That's
truth.
it. I've heard that's in so many places. It's in easy.
Like in episode 2 or episode 1, when I...
Some umbrella attacking.
Hmm?
Just the randomly teleporting.
Oh,
yeah.
no, that
Or like time traveling.
I didn't do it from 5 on purpose, but it is similar. Sure.
Yeah.
Alright.
Are we ready to go on to the next one? Let me scroll down to the blurb on my little doc here. There we go. The next one has a probably surprisingly normal name just to start. It is Angelo Fortunato, though he is better known as Venom, but like the worst Venom. Angelo came into possession of the Venom symbiote after Eddie somehow sold it, and it ended up in the possession of a mafia boss who gave it to his son. Angelo then took the symbiote, tried to do villain things with it, attempted to fight Spider-Man, and did just comedically bad at it. Worst Spider-Man and Venom fight you've ever seen in your life. So bad that as they were fleeing the scene, Venom decided, no, screw this. This host is weak, cowardly, I don't want anything to do with him. And just straight up abandoned Angelo mid-web swing, causing Angelo to fall several stories to his death. So I guess I did kind of come with a depressing one, but it's depressing in a maybe sort of funny way. Lily, you now have hint priority if you think anything would be helpful for Angelo.
I'm thinking costume or design.
Costume and design, all right. Scott, Evan, you guys are tied, so you can, if one of you confirms that, that's it, or you can vote together on something else.
No hint.
Let's go with costume.
All right, costume. Angelo does look like a Venom symbiote. You know, they all have different appearances between the different hosts. Most notably, though, Angelo's Venom doesn't have, the giant fang mouth and tongue. like one of the most iconic features of Venom, just doesn't have it. Just a normal like mask.
Oh, okay.
Don't know if that helps or hurts the believability of the character, but hey, sometimes the hints are red herrings, so who knows? You guys want to debate more, or are you ready to vote on Mr. Fortunato?
I think I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go! I am seeing fake. Evan, that's your real one. Okay, so I'm seeing real, fake, real, and Angelo, totally real. And I have picked the image of him that probably everyone wants to see, which is the symbiote just abandoning him straight up. Now, I know I just said that his mask doesn't have the fangs. It normally doesn't. This is what it's not on him anymore. Normally, it's just a very boring mask.
It materializes
yeah.
when leaving.
I own this.
Yes, it literally does. It literally does. And as you can see, this is the page before Angelo's death. Like, he was gone after this.
I own this comic.
Okay, well, good that you got it then. Good that you got it.
Well, good for you, Evan. Congrats.
No,
Yeah.
because
Hey,
because
Nikhil said wiki and Evan got it wrong. So at this point, I think he deserves the positive reinforcement.
Damn.
No, because I'm pretty sure
I've known Evan for long enough. I could do this.
I'm pretty sure Angelo was the inspiration behind the Daredevil 2099 comic.
I could see that. I also want to add before we move on, I think the fun fact for this character is worth adding because it makes it even more sad that Venom abandoned him just for being a loser. Because he got bonded to Venom in the first place because he was a loser. His mafia boss dad thought that his son sucked and was lame and was like, I'm going to get you this symbiote so you could do something cool with your life. And then the symbiote also said, screw you, and then he died.
It sounds like
Angelo
the
did
guy
not
was a
have a-
loser, though.
He did not have a good run. He really... Also, he was... Maybe this is going to twist it a little bit more towards the depressing energy that Nikhil's been bringing. In this shot where he dies, he was 18 years old.
Yep.
Angelo is just the worst Venom in several ways.
Not his
but he's
fault.
gone.
Womp womp.
He's gone now, so we don't have to worry about him. Nikhil, is your next character depressing?
No,
Let's find
the
out.
next character's not depressing.
Oh, it's really... From this name alone, I do not think it's going to be.
It's amazing.
Depressing, man.
All right,
There he
this
is.
is Are You Ready? I don't know if you guys could see it, but R and U are initials, and his last name is Ready. Are You Ready is 1 1/5 members of Team America, a famous motorcycle stunt show. Unbeknownst to him or his fellow bikers, they are all subjects of a secret Hydra experiment on expecting mothers. The experiment was abandoned when none of the children showed signs of superpowers. However, once all the children had grown up, gotten into proximity with each other, and developed a coincidental shared interest in motorcycles, they discovered that not only do they share a telepathic link, but they are also able to merge their minds and physical abilities to form a separate being called the Marauder, the 6th member of their team.
Oh, wow.
It's like
That was a lot to unpack in a bit. We might need you to run that one back, Nikhil. I don't know how the contestants are feeling, but
That's some shit Hydra would do.
It's very Umbrella Academy.
it is very Umbrella Academy. That is true.
But Hydra
Hydra
is the type of group to just, oh, they're not working right now. Let's throw them out.
The 1 1/5 was throwing me off so much until you said the whole fusion thing, and now I understand, but I'm somehow more confused. What hints are you guys wanting? I don't know the hints, so I'm so curious as to what he's going to say. And then hint priority is with Lily and Scott right now.
Publication date, first appearance, whatever that's called. First appearance, publication date, same thing.
All right, that's one for that. Scott, what are you thinking?
That's not really good. I want a random fun fact.
all right.
Fun fact, Evan, it's up to you.
I wanted to choose outfits so badly.
And you
And
still
no one
can,
gets
technically.
shit.
No one gets shit though. I'll go
Oh.
publication.
Publication debuts Captain America number 269, 1982. I don't think I was supposed to tell you the number, but
It doesn't. The number doesn't really matter.
1982 Captain America.
If you had said Ghost Rider, I would have believed it, but now I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm already confused, so.
That's how everyone is on this show. It's how you're supposed to be, if that's any consolation.
Actually, sorry.
Every time I do this show, I'm amazed that I have made a viable streaming concept out of gaslighting my friends. And so you guys showing up and being confused is exactly what I want to see here. You guys ready to vote?
Yeah.
All right.
Count them in.
1, 2, 3, vote. It is real.
All right, Scott.
I want.
Nice. Oh, and Evan. Scott and
I want to
Evan.
say 2 fun facts for this guy real quick, because I have one written down and one other one I think just needs to be brought up. But the Marauder, the little Voltron they can do, is not like a real person. They have to like possess someone to do this, and the person that's almost always possessed is one of the guy's wife. She's just constantly the Black Rider, but it's not her. It's all their brains in her. It's wild.
That's
and then
insane.
the second one, which I thought was going to screw me because I came across it right before this, but is that the Thing briefly was on this team, but left before they ever performed publicly together. But the Thing briefly joined
Ben Grimm
the Thing in his solo
Lily,
scene.
you got this
That
wrong.
tracks. that tracks for Ben actually. He loves joining Fantastic Four teams for like 2 issues, then leaving.
It was exactly 2
I
issues.
have seen him do weird team ups.
That's
oh, okay.
amazing.
See,
Good job.
perfect. All right, we have a nice little order of points right now. We got 4, 5, 6. And now, since we are about at the halfway mark of the show, we are going to do, drumroll please, the new thing. This is Canon Clash Season 2. I got to innovate on the concept a little bit, and so this is the first visual question in Canon Clash history. So if you are not on the stream, I'm going to need you guys to tune into the stream. If you cannot do that, like I said before we started, let me know, and I will send the visual question in the Skype chat. But here's how this is going to work. In a moment, I am going to show you the cover of a comic. Now, this comic was a sort of promotional crossover with a real-world celebrity. I should note, it is not just a crossover cover. This celebrity was a character in the comic and did things. If you can correctly guess the celebrity in this cover, you will get 2 points. I'm still sort of balancing this idea because it's the first time I've ever done it, but right now I think this is a harder question, so you'll get 2 points. Now, you get 2 clues, which I will say to everybody after I reveal the cover. But the first Canon Clash visual question
Can you send
is...
it in the Skype chat, please?
I can also send it in the Skype chat. Yes, let me pull it up for the stream first. There it is. And then give me a moment to pull that up in Skype. And as I do that, I will give you guys the clue. So, the first clue that you get is the sort of category that this celebrity is famous for, you know? And that is music. Your only clue there is music.
I know this one.
And the other clue for you is the year that this comic came out, and that is 2009. So, this is a music-related person. The comic came out in 2009.
I know it.
Oh, people... I did want to start with one that people might know for the first visual question, because I thought it would be fun. But the way we're going to do this, I didn't tell you guys to get any sort of writing implements ready. If we'll just actually use Skype. Why not? So everyone, if you have Skype chat pulled up, which I believe you all do because you are looking at the question there, just go ahead, type your answer. Don't hit enter yet. We've got to have everyone answer at once for fairness. I will say 3, 2, 1, go. I'll hit enter. I will see your answers, and then we will go from there. So feel free to look at the cover for another minute. If you guys do not know, go ahead and type your answers in, and then when everyone's ready, let me know, and we will get to answering. And as I said, this is going to be 2 points. The visual questions might change in point value and difficulty as we go. Again, this is a new thing in Season 2 that I'm trying out. But is everyone ready with your answers?
I can't type this
You're
here, but
If you can't type it, the other 2 people I believe did. So the goal is to just have people not talking over each other. So if you say it and everyone else hits enter, it should be okay. Everyone ready then? 3, 2, 1, go.
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
Zero
Evan.
idea. The second you said musical, I was like already out.
Well, funny enough, Evan and Lily both got it. It is Eminem.
Yep.
This is a crossover between Eminem and The Punisher.
That makes so much
I will
sense.
send, for the benefit of Scott, I will send the non-blanked out cover in the Skype chat as well. I hope this format will send because it's saved weirdly, but if it doesn't, I'll
so much
find
sense.
out. But yeah, and as I said, this is not just a variant cover. This is an actual like storyline crossover between Eminem and the Punisher. Like they're killing dudes together.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they are.
It's
Slim Shady. Then they go eat spaghetti. That's what they do.
people are saying, why does he say Eminem like that? Am I saying it weird? I don't know.
Dude, the White Rabbit, Slim Shady, Martha Mashoes.
Martha Mashers? That's what you think his name is?
Let me put the scores up. Hold on.
Marshu, what are you doing?
Oh, this is a cursed episode of this show. Evan, not 86 points. Evan pulls ahead with 8 points. The score is now at 658. Thank you to everyone for participating in the first Canon Class visual question. This is a fun bit, so to keep things fresh, I do think I'm going to keep doing at least one of these per episode. People in the audience, feel free to let me know your thoughts on this, because this is, like I said, new thing, trying to do different stuff in Season 2. Eminem and the Punisher, I think, is very fitting for this show. So,
It's like his
with
favorite
that first
character or
question
something.
done, Nikhil, are you ready for your next question?
Yes.
All right. There you go.
All right. This is Harvester, or sometimes just Harvest. They are a speedster turned assassin that uses their natural super speed as a way to better cut people. When the New Orleans Assassins Guild opened their ranks to outsiders for the first time, Harvester was quick to sign up. Due to their unique ability for transportation, they have been used on missions against other superheroes. Most notably, they were tasked with both killing Scarlet Spider-Man and Deadpool. They failed both times.
This is just the episode of characters who are sad and unsuccessful. It's such a, and
Just
then
across the board,
Eminem
either
is
if I'm making
apparently
them
I'm
up
supposed to
or
say
if
it.
I'm thinking of funny characters to do, failures are always going to be on the top.
Yeah, let's
Like-
try to kill the 2 brutal sociopaths with regenerative powers. Wait, which variant
Hey.
of which is this Ben or is this Kane?
Nikhil, I should note, you can answer this if you want. You are not, by rules, obligated
Oh.
to answer any additional questions.
My bad.
You can ask him if, I mean, you know,
Kane.
there's no harm in asking, but I should note.
Kane.
Okay, Kane.
Oh, I guess I should have waited for the first appearance. Whatever, it's fine.
Whatever. Right now, there is a full hint priority stack going right now. So, Scott, you do have the first vote on hints.
But I want a costume.
You want to?
Costume, then it goes to
I'm
Lily.
gonna say no hint.
Okay, confidence. I like to see it. Evan,
To help Scott, I will also go costume.
I'm
costume.
love it. Okay. His costume is a black and white bodysuit with a skull mask that covers his whole face, and he wields 2 katana swords.
Just sounds like
The most generic
no, it sounds like
guy.
X.
The most generic bad guy. Black and white skull face.
Are you saying
2
Slade?
swords.
Like the persona that
I said-
Robin takes.
yeah, it's Slade Wilson.
Lily, I hope you get this one because you're so confident on no hints.
I probably won't, but we'll see.
Hey, we will see. Are you guys
I'm
ready to
ready.
vote?
Yes.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Show him. It's real.
It's real. He's real.
He's
There you go,
really
Evan.
awful. He's bad.
Evan cementing his lead with 9 points.
I was so happy you guys picked costume because this guy drives me up a wall because he's a giant guy. He wears an all black and white bodysuit. He has a skull mask and he's dual wielding swords and his power is super speed. I don't see the connection at all.
So
I wouldn't have said that either.
Why he was
sword.
If I'm not mistaken, people were constantly calling him Crossbones in the comics.
I've read every one he's in, and I don't remember this. He's in 6
I'm
comics.
pretty sure.
Only in 6 comics. Yeah, that sounds right.
But
Or someone's making fun of him or something. I can't remember.
I mean,
I just remember someone
calling
calling
him Crossbones would make sense. It's also very annoying because he fights Kane at one point, and somehow Kane convinces this man that they should just like have a duel where they run at each other with swords. And again, the man's superpower is super speed, but they run at normal. He runs at a normal speed, and Kane wins. And I don't get it. And then the fun fact I had is he died. First of all, he's on he does 2 missions for the guild. He dies both times, but
I have a question.
They don't explain.
I know it's
how he comes back.
Okay, it's one of those.
But
yeah.
The second time he dies, he's chasing after Deadpool, who's fighting Razor Fist on a trolley. Deadpool cuts off Razor Fist and throws it off the trolley, and it hits this guy, and he dies. That's how he goes.
That is the most on-brand Deadpool thing I've ever heard. I actually have a very important question about that. I don't know if you would know this off the top. Does Deadpool even notice that happened?
I don't remember. I have read that comic. I have no idea how much he's registering what's going. But he's killed this guy.
Is fantastic.
Harvest.
But never like it's not even like the Harvester. It's either Harvester or Harvest.
They just call him both weird.
JoJo reference.
And he's got super speed. There's just no brand.
There's no connections at all. They just threw random shit.
He needs a branding consultant.
He does sound like a farmer.
Like I was expecting like a farm themed like person, and then you just came up with Crossbones.
I heard Harvest, and I thought of a small little kid with spikes on his head, and he has little yellow bumblebees that follow him everywhere.
I heard it and thought of Harvestman from Doctor Strange, so this was very much a generic name. We all thought something incredibly different. All right, are we ready to go on to the next one?
Oh, yeah. I thought he was a tractor.
All right, the next one is the Gumwad. The man who would become the Gumwad once worked in a candy factory until a fateful day when he fell into a vat that was mixing up a huge batch of chewing gum. Now, following normal comic tropes, this would probably give him some sort of gum-related superpowers, right? Stretching or being flexible, something like that. No, he just died. He fell into a vat and he did just die. Right. And then his tortured soul possessed the gum in the vat, turning him into basically a messed up Scooby-Doo villain ghost that tormented the other workers in the factory. What are we thinking about the Gumwad?
Who's villain?
That's the world's worst superhero name.
This has
to be a hero, though, because this sounds more like a tortured soul that turned into gum.
A ghost that tormented the other factory workers is the last line of my description.
This is so awful.
But
yeah, it is.
If you made this up, I'm genuinely upset with you.
I mean, by the rules of the game, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, that's how you play. Thank you. See, that would have saved me an issue earlier.
According to the wiki.
According to the Gumwad wiki.
It's like my second most hit website, so.
I wonder if the Marvel wiki would let me go on beforehand and make fake pages for all the fake characters.
That's perfect.
Gumwad.
Yes,
Scott, you are up on hint.
I want a fun fact about Gumwad. I want more information.
Do you think it'll be fun, though?
Yeah.
Going back to that old bit.
Anything.
All right. Lily.
I also have to say fun fact.
Okay, it's not fun. He canonically tastes like a mix of watermelon and human bones.
Tastes?
Like,
what do you mean?
How do you fall into a
great.
watermelon gum vat? Like,
What do
out of all
bones
flavors.
taste like?
Not even, like,
Chalk.
bubble gum?
That's what he was described as. I haven't tasted him.
Specific.
Dude, is he like oily? Can he be used as like fossil fuels?
I didn't even realize you could eat him.
Real or
Is
fake?
he
I do not know the answer to that.
Constrained to
Gumwad, the
just
fossil fuel.
the candy factory? Is he not allowed to leave because he's a tortured soul?
I'm not going to answer that, whether that is real or
Because that
fake.
would be so
I will
good. That would add
answer
so much to it.
afterwards if there is an answer.
Does this imply human bones taste differently than the bones of
Okay,
others?
I'm gonna say this. For people saying too specific, the smell of symbiotes has been described by Daredevil in comics. So if you want to be like, oh, it's weird that there's a specific description of this gross thing, Daredevil has said that symbiotes smell like swamp water and gasoline. That's what it is. Symbiotes canonically smell like swamp water and gasoline.
Do these human bones taste tortured or untortured?
I'm going to.
In your
I will say
personal
real or
opinion.
fake. I do not know the canon answer. I am going to say personal opinion, probably leaning on the side of tortured.
Is this
An
like
aftertaste
answer.
of tortured.
I'm now wondering if this gum is like you put Pop Rocks in it and then you started like chewing the gum.
When I wrote this down as the fun fact, I was not expecting it to be such a point of debate.
That's not debate so much as Evan's obsessed with the idea of eating a bone.
I would like to go. I would like for
My
you to
dog
vote
gets
so
to
that
do
we
it.
can
Why
stop
can't I
talking
do
about
it?
this.
Jack.
Everyone's gonna vote now. 3, 2, 1, go. Real. I'm sorry to Evan specifically. I did make this one up.
No,
I've been in a body horror writing phase because I'm prepping for my D&D Halloween special, and I was like, this is yeah.
You can't do this to me.
Is
I
he
love
constrained to the facility though?
Because this is my I mean I guess I do get to decide. I'm gonna say originally he was, but then he became a threat like because he started drifting further from the facility. Like originally they just locked him down, like everyone just left the facility and left him alone, and then he started leaving, and that's when he became a problem. There's my actual
Gumwad
storyline
lore.
answer for you, Scott. There's the Gumwad lore.
So
Perfect.
what's
Dude,
the intent that
I'm so
that
upset.
human bones taste differently?
I don't have an intent for that one. I did just write that one down. I will not confirm nor deny whether I've tasted human bones. I will say this
Perhaps
as a fun
consider
fact,
confirming
though.
or denying that, though, real quick.
No. I'm going to tell you guys a true thing, and then we're going to move on to the next question immediately. The quickest way to
I
tell
ate a
if a
person.
bone is real or fake is to lick it. If your tongue sticks to the bone, it's real because bones have little pores in them, and most fake bones do not have anything of that nature. So that is the fastest way to tell if a bone is real or fake. That is a true fact. You can look it up, and I'm not going to explain why I know it. Nikhil, here's your next question.
Right.
Watermelon flavored bones.
You know, and I can do it for hours.
If bones are porous, then they could probably like fit
What?
watermelon in there.
Is there like regenerative properties? Could this maybe?
When I wrote this,
There are
guys,
regenerative
I was
properties
in
to
the.
bones.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Back out of the
Bone
question.
broth, man.
Everyone, shut up. I was in the drive-thru of Whataburger, and I was like, "That's a stupid fact that would be like some people wouldn't think too much about." And I typed it into my Google Doc. I didn't think it would be this much of a thing.
Can he be used as like an eternal fossil fuel?
No. Why would that be something that's possible, Evan?
That's probably better than a gum company.
It's true.
Well,
Eternal
I'm
fossil
curious-
fuel
okay.
is better than gum. Evan's right.
My
Matt.
question is how you made the jump from one thing to the
Well,
next.
I'm just saying, how
Can
is
he
it
be
like
used as
Wolverine?
world
Is there
peace?
no regeneration, or is it like Wolverine regeneration?
I am gonna say that there. Okay, I'm gonna make more Canon Gumwad lore on the spot, and I'm gonna make it in the worst way I possibly can, because that I think is the vibe that we're going for. No passive regeneration, but he can absorb other gum that he touches into himself.
Oh, baby.
Does that also create
That
bones,
plays
though?
into the wad part. That's great.
No, okay,
He's like
okay, fine.
overpowered.
I'm gonna give you guys the Canon Gumwad lore drop, and then we have to move on because this is a game
now
show.
we're just workshopping gum.
No,
It's
the
fine.
bones are his weakness because he can't regenerate the bones. If you break his bones, that's the weak point. The gum he can reabsorb. He can't. There you go.
So go
Gumwad
eat his
lore.
bones. That's how you stop it.
Marvel,
I'm so mad.
to I'm sure the Marvel editors that watch my show, I'm available for hire.
So he
He'll
can
make
absorb
Gumwad the
gum,
series.
but he can't like
Gumwad is
absorb
the
a
next.
person and like suck their bones out.
We are moving on to the next question
Evan,
for the sake of what little
Evan, have
sanity
you
I
ever-
have remaining.
Evan, have you
prefer
ever
my
heard
gum
of a
with the
character
bones
named
in.
M-Plate?
M-Plate?
Yes. M-Plate
No.
is a bone vampire.
Yeah, he drinks.
You would love him.
He sucks
Go
the
check it
bone
out.
marrow?
Yeah. Go check him out. You'd love him.
I'm
That's for
sweating
free. You
because
don't
I
even
was
gotta
He
get
looks
your
so
shirt.
excited.
I love bones.
Maybe extended bone discussion is the episode title.
Dude, boner for bones.
Or not. All right.
Not that
Let's
one.
move forward.
My God,
Fueling
I
the
love this fucking show.
fueling the fossils.
Are we going? What do we got?
Yeah.
I put it up on the
Alright,
board
great.
moments ago.
Great. Hell Sword.
Love bones.
Ready? Oh, this is Hell Sword. Charlie Aaron is a simple accountant that likes things to be ordinary and generally tries to avoid the stress of world-ending events. Unfortunately, he is in the possession of a Hell Sword, capable of opening a portal to any Hell dimension. To stop non-ordinary people like Doctor Strange, Ghost Rider, or Azazel from crashing his offices, he attempted to file a restraining order against the most popular heroes and villains, but was ruled too valuable of a service. In compromise, it was decided that such figures would only call upon him as a last resort. Hell Sword.
I like this. Unfortunately,
All right.
it's a hell sword. You just like pitched at the
Come on.
film. I love it.
It just that kind of sucks for him, but it's there.
It
Like
does.
he'd be a normal guy, but
Better.
unfortunately he has this freaking sword and he has to go and slay these monsters. You know, all he wants to do is go and sit.
He doesn't have to slay anything. He just has to open the damn thing. That's it. It's just a hassle.
He's like, oh,
That's cool. Eliana.
Yeah, honestly, truly.
Theoretically, could he defeat Gumwad? I'm kidding. Don't answer that.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say
I'm
no.
gonna no. Yes.
I'm gonna say
Gumwad
you
is
have,
my
like,
Gumwad is
two
my
shots
original
out there.
OC. Do not steal.
I said don't answer it. I was joking. Stop.
Gumwad fan art,
My
please.
fan theory is that Gumwad could solo the verse, personally.
Exactly.
Can someone draw a picture of me hugging Gumwad?
you're gonna get absorbed if you try to hug them one.
Slowly losing your bones.
Just make him such an eldritch horror and me just like nothing.
I'm gonna have to put him in the D&D show now. I'm gonna have to put some reference to
As a
this
boss?
bastard.
And
In the
everyone
D&D
there
show.
will be so confused.
And then I'll direct him to this show, and it'll be cross promotion, and they'll watch one episode and then unsubscribe from all my channels.
Damn!
Gumwad and his lover Evan.
No, actually, if you could make it Canon Clash episode or season 2 episode 1, Evan Hart's Gumwad, that'd be fantastic.
That is better. That is better. Evan Hart's go. Unless we come up with something ridiculously good in the last, we gotta go faster than the last end of this show.
Oh, is there an end time?
Evan Hart's
Jesus.
Gumwad.
Oh, God.
Not really, but I try to keep it under 2 hours.
Well,
Okay.
We'll make it.
Can I get publication for Hellsword?
publication. What do y'all two want?
Publication.
I don't really have an opinion anymore.
Okay. Publication is She-Hulk 2014.
Believable.
Oh God.
Are we ready
Oh yeah.
to vote on Hellsword?
Yes.
Great.
For the sake of time, I'm going to say
Instead, I
yes.
have one
Go.
yes. 1, 2, 3, vote. Hellsword is fake.
Yes.
Evan is killing it on this episode. Evan at 10. Congratulations.
You name dropped
Hellsword
too
is
much.
fake.
I name dropped in the
I
real
just
ones
like
too,
the
though, on
sales
purpose. I noticed I was writing like just blurbs that were actual plot lines for the real ones, so I had to go back in my fake ones and add like people's names because I thought it was gonna be too obvious that it was just
Fair
me being
enough.
like,
Yeah.
And then they
There's
do
an
this
art
and then
form
that.
to making...
I can read you like a book.
so,
You've gained the ability. It took you a minute to get there, Evan. It took a second to warm up.
Someone make a supercut of Evan saying that, and then all the times he's been wrong in this film.
Yes, that would be excellent. That would be excellent. I will upload this faster on YouTube, by the way. I'll do this like tomorrow. You won't have to wait a week. And again, for the sake of time, we're going to move on to maybe the weirdest name on the list. Maybe. I feel like it's a safe bet for weirdest name on the list because this is Dennis Scuzz Kaczynski. Scuzz, I guess I'll call him, was a normal teen until he was suddenly given superpowers in a mysterious event. And the reason I say superpowers like that is that his superpower is just that all of his bodily fluids are acid. This is an uncontrollable ability. Just everything on his body is acidic at all times. He cannot stop this, but he has tried to make the best of it in becoming a superhero by using this for good. Most notably, one of his best offensive abilities is that he can spit into his hand, like roll it around, and then throw it at people in an attack that he does call a scuzzball.
2 questions. 1, is he
yes.
related to Ted Kaczynski?
The serial killer?
I don't think it's spelled the same.
No, the real estate agent. Yeah.
Oh no, that's Ted Bundy.
No, you were right, buddy. You were right.
I don't think it's real or fake. I do believe that is spelled differently.
And also, what's the pH of said acid? Is it very
have that ready.
Mildly acidic?
Let me consult my Google Doc that I prepared for every eventuality.
If you were to come into contact with Gumwad.
Computer, what's the pH of the scuzz goo?
Check the wiki.
Again, real or fake? I don't know.
You're gonna get some Google information that you do not want to see.
Great question that I do not have an answer to.
Google, what's a scuzzball?
What's the pH level of a scuzz?
Oh my God, Scott, please save us. Move the game along. What's your hint choice?
What's my hint that I need to help you know? Dennis. We'll just call him Dennis from now on.
Dennis.
Is real or fake?
Scuzz King.
I want a costume. What does Scuzz wear?
All right.
It's gonna help.
Lily, you're up then.
I have to agree purely because of morbid curiosity.
The answer is normal clothes that just slowly melt over time.
I was about to say. So this is pretty high acidically. This is not no vitamin D.
Couldn't Reed have just
not an orange
made him clothes with the unstable molecules? Like,
that's true.
Do we think that Scuzz has access to Reed Richards?
Scuzz is Reed Richards' favorite person.
I mean, if he's
they go have lunch together every Wednesday.
Exactly.
Best buds.
He calls the Baxter Building. Johnny picks up the phone and immediately hangs it up.
Yo, Scuzz.
Reed, your Scuzz friend called again.
Yo, it's the Scuzz Master.
Only Scuzz could pick up a phone.
All right, you guys ready to vote on Scuzz?
Didn't know the pH levels.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. I'm seeing fake, real, fake. Dennis Scuzz Kaczynski is 100% real. He is from Marvel's new universe, which, if you know what that is in chat, I'm sure you wish you don't. It is a weird AU where nothing was good and it was just very poorly constructed. Yeah, he's a new universe guy.
Dude, and he's scuzzing all over the place? What the
Oh,
hell?
yeah, he is.
Universe.
No, he is not Ultimates. He is the... I think it's whatever the one with the white event is. I think that's New Universe. And yes, he is also called the Scorcher. That is like the superhero name he uses later. But also,
way better.
His nickname is Scuzz, and so that's what I went with.
Whoa, that's the...
I've heard of the Scorcher.
Yeah, I've heard of the Scorcher.
Maybe not. I don't know if it's this one. There might be other characters named Scorcher because this guy only appeared in a series called DP7.
Yeah,
which
DP7,
is
my favorite book. No, I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking on the wiki. Yeah, there's another guy in the main Marvel universe named Scorcher, who is
Not as cool.
in a Spider-Man book. He's in like 45 books, but yeah, this is not him. This is the new universe one.
It's the original.
Worse.
The best.
The only one that really matters.
It stands for, if you're wondering what DP7 stands for, DP stands for Displaced Paranormals, which is much better. Sure, great.
Yeah, let's not do DP as a title anyways. Moving on.
Don't worry about New Universe. It's not good.
Sure.
Nikhil,
Deadpool.
are you ready?
Oh.
I don't know why.
I just got it.
And the number too. Anyway, Nikhil, go.
I don't know
Save us
what
from this
that's
hell
even
I've
about.
created.
I'm so lost.
Save us from this hell I've created, Nikhil.
Okay. Kia is our next one. Kia was an anarchist with a shaky idea of what anarchy was. Kia was born a Kree, but defected to join the collective of anarchist planets called the Clench. He lived a simple life there before being conscripted to join the interstellar pirates, the Starjammers, as their chief pilot and navigator. He served with the team as they raided Shi'ar compounds to free prisoners, and as they battled the uncreated. It is unknown when or why he left the team. Perhaps he remembered what anarchy was.
How do you not what
His name is just a Power Rangers sound effect.
chaos, is it not?
We really hitting the jokes in this. This has been like depressing chaos. Lily and Scott, you guys have hints. How many more questions do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 more. We gotta go. We spent so much time on Gumwad.
Don't bring him back up. It can start another hour conversation.
I mean, we're gonna go till we're done. I'm not cutting us early on first episode, but my God.
Jesus.
What are you guys thinking
His
about?
name sounds like a cutout that you see inside of a comic when somebody gets punched. It's like a charge.
It is a cutout
Yes.
you see inside of a comic when someone gets punched.
It
Often.
is actively that.
Kia.
But same time.
You said the first one so enthusiastically. That one was just like, yeah.
It goes down with each time.
It sounds bad when you say it without the level of
Yeah.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Keanu. That sounds like Keanu Reeves, what you just did. That was great.
Yeah.
Lily and Scott, hints, please.
Come on, we gotta go.
I'm
Matt's
dying
having an
over here
aneurysm.
by the
We need
minute.
to finish.
Fun fact.
No. To be clear, I'm loving this episode so much.
All right, he wants a fun fact. Lily, what do you want?
Fun fact.
All right, Evan. Your vote
It doesn't
doesn't
matter
really
what I
matter,
say.
yeah, but I would ask. I want to be a nice person. The fun fact was that he has 2 bladders and would use this to win drinking contests.
Very.
Me
good-
too, King.
I kind of want two bladders.
I feel like it seemed like purely a positive.
Also feels like it's.
Good for him.
Go piss, girl.
Evan's not even on screen right now.
Just from off screen, go piss, girl.
Hey, title.
No, we have too many titles.
List them all out. Just have a giant paragraph of titles for
Just
this
have
one.
it be
This
called
episode started so chaotically, and it has become one of my favorite episodes of Canon Clash.
The Piss.
All right,
All right, we gotta go.
We gotta get to voting.
Ready?
You guys ready?
1, 2, 3, vote. Kia is real.
Yeah!
All right. There you
Having 2
go.
bladders isn't a fun fact. That's sick.
This is what fun facts
That's
are, right?
rad.
Point for Lily, point for Evan. Was that what that was? Yes. Point for Lily, point for Evan. Score totals now. There's 4 questions left after this, I believe. 'Cause I was counting this in
I have
5.
2 more, yeah.
So, all right. So it is still the winner is not yet determined. The order of scoring is still fully up in the air. That we are going into one of the weirder ones, but I mean they've all been weird, so I probably shouldn't bother saying that. This next one from me is Possible Man. So much of this description is going to revolve around a different character, actually. Marvel has a character by the name of Impossible Man, who is kind of just a guy who can shapeshift into anything. He can just sort of turn into anything that he wants. I'm saying that super vaguely because that's how the power is described. It's super vague. Possible Man, in theory, is one of Impossible Man's friends. He's maybe just a chair. He is a chair that Impossible Man has taken around and claims that he is somehow a Pop-Upian, the species that Impossible Man is, that can just change into one thing, and it is just a chair. No, there's never been any evidence as to whether this is a true statement or not, but he's just a chair that Impossible Man has carried around and refers to as Possible Man.
See, knowing Impossible Man, it is impossible to tell if this is real or fake.
Yeah, this is a character that's just a wild card in general. A character that I believe Stan Lee once called a mistake.
Yeah.
Impossible Man.
He's a lot.
Valid, though.
I completely
truly.
agree, Stan.
He's supposed to be a Mixapilic rip, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's like the Fantastic Four's Mr.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And is just as relevant in the cultural context.
Scott, actually, I think less, because Mr. Mixapilic is in the Superman anime. Anyway, Scott, you've got your first hint, or first hint priority.
If it's a chair, there's no costume. Fun fact.
You can describe the chair. Fun fact. But Lily, what do you want?
Correctly?
I'll say publication date.
Publication date? And then it would go to Evan then. Evan, what are you thinking?
I'm not gonna give anyone. I just want to know what kind of clothes it has.
What?
Okay, so
well,
you
won't learn.
Costume? Is that costume?
I know.
Well,
I
mean,
learn.
there is something to learn. I don't
want to
think
know
it's
if
incredibly.
The chair has a shirt.
The chair does not have
No, chairs wear
clothes.
pants.
It is.
Okay, so the chair doesn't have clothes. Perfect.
No,
okay.
I got
publication.
something for you.
Now
No,
that
don't
I'm
you
over
do.
the
This is my show, and I will not stand for this. Where's my gavel?
Matt just
I'll
got
rule
Bugs
every
Bunny
contempt of court.
by heaven.
The costume of this chair, it is not like a tiny wooden chair. It is a full upholstered chair in Impossible Man Pop-Upian green.
It's a good color.
I love this.
Which, if you don't know who Impossible Man is, like bright lime green.
Even better.
Yeah, the Pop-Upian color.
You guys ready to vote on the Possible Man? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I'm seeing fake, real, and the Fantastic Four fan did see through my lies.
Yes.
Possible Man is not real. I came up with this one 10 minutes before the show started.
Does he have bones?
No, he's a chair.
He's not a real guy.
Yeah, he's not real. He's a chair. He's a fictional chair.
Impossible Man
That
probably
That
does.
does not answer
Do
my question.
hypothetical chairs have bones? We're asking the real questions.
Yeah.
Studs?
Also, I want to point out, Luna in chat says, no, this one's fake because it's based on that one movie where the dude is a chair. I don't know. It is fake. I don't know what movie you're talking about, Luna.
It's a horror movie based on a killer chair.
I've seen the horror movie. I actually do know what movie Scott is talking about. I don't think I know. I don't
It's a
know.
horror
Luna,
movie based
explain
on
that
a
one to
killer
me later.
Oh, rubber's a
Yeah, rubber's awesome.
Killer
I love
Tire.
rubber.
Rubber is
Killer
great.
Archer was-
I love Rubber. Fantastic.
Do I need to look up? Okay, fine. I guess I'll go watch the
Did
Killer
Evan
Tire
just
movie after.
Evan
Rubber?
just bailed?
Oh, did Evan leave?
There is.
He's back? Okay.
That's
You
minus
wish.
6 points, by the way.
Evan got the lead
I'm
and decided to
carrying
dip
this
out.
team right now, of myself.
I'm carrying this team of one.
Oh, apparently Luna says it's from an anime, which I
for
don't know what you're
Yes,
talking
The
about.
anime where the guy's a chair.
Yes.
What?
Oh my god, there's a whole Okay, hold on. I don't go to the next question. We can talk about this later.
Okay, hold on. Let me fix the camera. Well, actually,
It's-
I'll go into the next question because it's Nikhil's, and I'll fix the camera size as we go. Nikhil, next question
It's
is
a whole
Alright.
thing.
Evan's camera normal size.
All right, this is the Fathom, spelled Phathom. Not so much a person as a universal entity. The fathom is the cosmic balance to the phoenix. Where the phoenix embodies life, creation, and fire, the fathom embodies death, dread, and the abyss. Hosts of the fathom are given great godly cosmic abilities, but must take energy from the life force of those surrounding them. Hosting the fathom leads to increased depression and existential dread, and is often fatal. The primary host we've seen of the fathom is Karma from Earth 1610.
I feel like I've hosted
And can you go
Fathom
through
a
that
couple of
spelling
times.
for us one more time?
is-
Because that doesn't really line up with the description.
It's fathom, like deep, but it's pH, like Phoenix, for some reason.
The fathom.
In case people were confused.
All right. What's the pH level of this thing?
5.
Gotta be fake, man. 5
If
gives it away.
Fathom possessed Gumwad.
Dude, epic crossover, and then Hellsword comes in and slashes.
Yes!
I need to.
Where's the Fast Five when you need them?
Just... They could handle this
Correct,
situation.
probably.
They could handle this situation.
Dude, I put my money on Escavalier. That's a Pokemon. No, that's also a Pokemon. What?
Can have a name, a third Pokemon.
X Tentacion.
My favorite Pokemon. We got Scott. You've got in priority.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want for Fathom?
Man. Fun fact.
Fun fact. Lily.
Fun fact as well.
All right, fun fact it is then.
Fun fact: it is implied that the 616 host of the Fathom is the Shadow King.
Oh, that's actually interesting. Okay, that's neat. That's very niche.
That's what I'm here for.
It's neat. All right, what are you guys thinking? You ready
Yeah.
to vote?
I think I'm still super confused.
3,
2,
2. Well, the kid's
Whatever.
supposed to
3,
go,
2, 1,
yeah.
vote.
Oh shit.
The Fathom is fake. And I thought my worst
Okay,
one.
no one gets
Matt,
it.
Matt heard me texting him about this like 20 minutes before the show began.
Isn't there something like that though?
I really. Well, I thought the PH Fathom was gonna give it away immediately.
It was so ridiculous, but I loved the idea of it being spelled like the Phoenix, and so I kept it. But yes, it is
Isn't that?
terrible.
It's a good concept. I thought that was Nikhil. I don't know if this was the intentional bit that you did, but I fully thought you were going for good concept, just dumbest name in the world, and that was the bit.
But, I mean, I liked the concept.
And it
My
worked,
original
I
idea was to
guess.
come up with a stupid ass like cosmic balance for the Phoenix, because like that's just a dumb thing. And then I named it a dumb way, but I liked what I ended up writing, and so I wish that it had
Hey.
a better name now. But you know what? It's still what it is.
Look, we're gonna take all of the fake characters from all Canon Clash, and we're gonna make our own
Oh,
cinematic universe.
also, wait.
with
What
Gumwad
this
and the
all
Fathom.
also originated with is a tentacle joke, because no one got to it. But I was going to mention, if we got to appearances, that when he manifests on someone, they get tentacles. That was the largest point of this fucking character.
I was about to say, Lily. I didn't want to be the one to say it though.
What did Lily say?
Nothing.
Hey, it's on recording for the whole internet to see.
Dog.
So
I've said a lot worse.
I'm on
so.
Twitter.
all right, we got 2 questions remaining. So actually, the scores are still fully. Wait, hold on, crap! Did I put the points up from last time? I got so distracted. Chat, did I put the points up? I genuinely don't remember. Chat will know. Chat will know. Either way, the scores are still, regardless, up in the air. We don't know who's gonna pull ahead with these last 2 questions. Oh, no one got points. That's why it didn't. Okay, that's why it didn't click in my brain. That makes sense. Still,
I can't
though,
believe my only
still, though-
shutout is the Fathom. That's y'all are amazing.
I can't believe I got the shutout with Gumwad.
I can go watch.
I want him to be.
Dude, I want the rivalry to happen.
It would be pretty.
The
pretty
reason why
intense.
he's a
Someone
tortured
comment.
soul is because he's taken over by the Fathom.
There you go. He's the host.
And he's got like gum tentacles. It's nice and
Gum
gross.
tentacles! With
Oh,
bones!
cool. Wait.
With bones!
Gum tentacles
Dude,
with
he's
bones.
so rad.
That could also be episode title. Imagine making that the episode title and making someone wait almost 2 hours to get the context of why the fuck we named it that.
Tentacle yum yum.
Please,
Jesus.
all the gods above, we have 2 more questions to get through. Can we make it? We're going to change vibes so radically for this second to last question because this is another one of my favorites on this list. This is Subby the Seagoing Lad.
Subby.
Subby is the godson of Neptune,
Bottom.
like the Roman god Neptune. As such, he lived in the ocean and, he can breathe underwater, swim around, all that stuff. But one day, discovered a wrecked ship and developed curiosity about the human world. To help fulfill this wish, Neptune was surprisingly supportive and gave him just a normal boat. Just a normal boat, nothing special, no other tools, and sent him on his way, where Subby would go on to do the surprisingly good cause of blowing up Nazi boats.
Woo!
Go Subby.
Go Subby the Seagoing Lad.
Am I allowed to ask if Subby knows Namor?
I'm going to say that is not something that I will answer. Maybe it's in the hints, but I'm not going to say that off just a free question.
Okay.
Again, if this character is real, I will provide any context you would like after the fact.
Subby, so I'm gonna this Neptune. So does Subby live in like the Atlantis area?
On my page, I will say that I have on my like separate Google Doc that I typed out just lives underwater. If it was in Atlantis, that was not something that I either thought to say or wrote
So he
down.
is a bottom through and through.
Underwater. You said it, not me. Scott, you want to go for a hint on Subby the Seagoing Lad, which I will say as many times as I possibly can?
Subby the seagoing lad is enough information.
Oh, okay, you don't need one. All right, cool. Lily.
I'll say fun fact.
Fun fact, Evan.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. In his quest to blow up Nazi boats, Subby did team up with 2 human boys whose names were Egbert and Beans.
Beans. Me and the
This
human
is-
boy named Beans going on the
Hey,
town.
Matthew, you're gonna
Subby, Egbert, and
you're gonna go
Beans.
for 2 on characters. I'm gonna get upset about if you made this up.
You guys ready to vote?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm seeing fake, real, and I'm so incredibly happy to say 100% real. Subby, this was my favorite question on this because originally I just saw his name as Subby and I was like, that's hilarious, I'm putting that in. And when I was reading through his wiki to add stuff, I saw under like titles it said the Seagoing Lad and I was like, hell yeah, Subby the Seagoing Lad. Lily, to answer your question, normally when he's not in this like Navy costume, he has the same powers as Namor, he has the same origin as Namor, he looks like Namor but a younger version. He debuted in 1943, no relation to Namor whatsoever.
Really?
Nope, no connection to Namor at all. He's basically just Kid Namor with no relation.
Does he have the wings?
No, I don't believe so, at
Just
least.
better.
Yeah, he's just like a Atlantis kid,
With
and
He's got fins on his ankles.
he blows up Nazi boats.
Aqualad
So,
wishes.
hell yeah, Subby the Seagoing Lad.
Subby.
He's only in 2 comics, I'm sad to say, if anyone wants to go read Kid Comics from 1943.
Kid
That's where you're gonna
Comics.
find-
Let's go.
Kid Comics, both words spelled with
I'm
K's.
just I'm
Of
Whoa.
course.
No.
That is
Oh,
dangerously close.
Yeah. Yep. But he blew up Nazis, so
I'm
it's
just
cool.
imagining this kid going up to his father and going, "Oi, Papa, it's me, Subby.
Subby.
Can I please?"
Oh, also, yeah, 2 things. One, this is more of a niche comics thing, but Luna pointed out, Luna said he could be Namor's Toro, but Marvel were cowards. Toro appeared in the same book. Like,
Wait.
They were relevant, but just there was no connection between
Why?
Subby. If you don't know who Toro is, it was the original Human Torch's sidekick. Toro was also in Kid Comics, and Subby was just there and not connected to Namor. If you don't, like I said, if you don't know like classic Marvel, this makes no sense to you. But if you do, it makes no sense in a different way. The other thing I want to point out, I could not find a real name for this character, so I guess
Subby.
it is just Subby.
His
Like,
superhero
I don't
name
think
is
that's a nickname.
Seagoing Lad or whatever.
We need to bring. We need
He
to,
is
we need to
Subby.
get- We need to get Marvel to bring Subby back.
Yeah.
Bring Subby back.
If someone will,
He hasn't been seen in 80 years.
I
He's
just
gonna
wanna-
come
would
back
do
and
it
like fight Namor
out
for
your
dominance over Atlantis.
I want to see him dish out hands to Red Skull.
Hell yeah. I could make a lot of jokes, and I'm going to mull them over and then maybe add them in post if I think of something funny enough.
No,
Nikhil, are
that'd
you
be
ready?
So, like, imagine
for
this
the
just cuts to a
five-
still of Matthew tomorrow, just rap like his best joke.
Matthew like has a piece of paper like this.
Hi, post-production Matt with horrible lighting here. I didn't think of any jokes. I make no promises. Nikhil, are you ready for the last question of Canon Clash Season 2, Episode 1?
What about,
Boom.
All right, this is Axe.
Axe.
Simply called Axe. is an overrated goon that uses super strength and durability to become an enforcer and a mercenary. He has worked for the Hellfire Club, fought as a gladiator, and most recently served as a personal bodyguard for other prisoners while serving time in jail. Oh, and he also has an axe. It's unknown if the axe is part of his power set or if it's just like something he likes.
Just a dude with an axe.
Big guy here with an axe.
What do you think came first, the name or the weapon?
Paul Bunyan.
We'll never know.
Great question. Great question.
Because I would find it to be very funny if he was just called Axe first, and then he's just like, well, fuck, might as well just pick one up to go along with it.
Missed opportunity to call him Paul Felon.
Yeah, I guess I got priority for
You do have priority.
Axe.
You got this, homie.
Axe.
Axe. Let's go with a random fun fact.
I concur.
Your thing doesn't matter.
Nikhil.
Excuse.
So can I do a designy thing for the fun fact? Is that allowed? All right. Because the fun fact I want to do is that I'm like 90% sure that like it's Mr. T is the costume because he's got a mohawk and a goatee.
He's just Mr. T
with an axe. With an axe. Yeah.
Just Mr. T with an axe.
He's wearing a tank top, a red tank top and jeans.
Dude, Paul Felon's fucking sick. He was on the B team.
Idea.
I'm wearing plaid.
Right, what do you guys think about red tank top Mr. T with an axe?
Best character design I've ever heard.
Nikhil, count them in when you're ready.
1, 2, 3, vote. Axe is real.
Real, and everyone gets a point to end off the night. Axe is real, and as you can see on the Twitch stream, he is...
will also say...
Nikhil described him accurately.
It was so difficult to come up with a full blurb for this man. My original pitch I sent Matt was, I was like, is this good enough for a blurb? And it was just, has an axe, allegedly a mutant. And he was like, you might want to add more.
Okay, to be fair, Nikhil, I didn't process that was, when you texted me that, I didn't process that was literally his whole thing. I thought you pulled an example out of just like all of them. They were like, oh yeah, this is what my prompts are going to be. And I was like, oh yeah, maybe usually make them a little bit longer. I didn't know that it was literally the
totally
bit.
It's understandable because it would have stuck out, I think, too much. But I was just like, that's all, he has an axe. That's his thing.
He has an axe. And on that note, that is the final question we have for Candy Quest Season 2, Episode 1. Congratulations, Evan, in first place with 13 points.
Yeah.
You had... Look, I can say this now that you've won. You had a rocky start, but you pulled through. You pulled through. Then we have Lily in second with 9 and Scott in third with 8. Very close there. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much for appearing on the show. I'll let you guys plug all of your socials again if you would like to, and then I've got some quick announcements, and then that will wrap it up for the night. So I guess we'll just sort of go clockwise again. So then, Nikhil, again,
I'm Nikhil Clayton.
Say your stuff
I'm
anyway.
on TikTok. I'm also on Twitch now. All Nikhil Clayton. Come see me. It's less depressing when it's my own stream.
Yeah, he saves the depressing stuff for when it affects my
This is true, and I'll
viewership.
be back here in 2 days to do more.
He will be back here. I'll talk about the other things I do on this channel when we get to the announcements, so wait around for that. Lily.
Franklin's Herald on TikTok and Twitter, especially for the controversial stuff.
You mean X?
That's on Twitter.
It's X now.
Shut up, Nikhil.
I really had faith that we were going to be able to get through that without talking about X, but I guess Nikhil had to ruin it for me.
It should be named X.
Well, yeah, because...
Great.
13.
Is it because it's an X-Men thing?
It's great.
Okay, yeah. I should have expected that. Scott!
I'm Scott, or Bricks and Bionicles on all socials. I mainly just dabble in Bionicles, so if you haven't seen those in a while and you want to see them again, come check me out.
Hell yeah. And then finally, our late arrival, but he won, so we can't make fun of him for it. Evan.
Hi. I go by EAVNC on TikTok and Twitter. And I also go by EAVNC Cosplays on Instagram. I just do a mix of everything. I dip my toe in nearly everything that I like or just want to be around. So if you're interested in literally anything, shoot.
Fantastic. Now, again, thank you everybody for watching. If you are new to this Twitch channel, I do a whole bunch of things on here. On Mondays, Nikhil and I have a running project where we're kind of making our own version of the Marvel Universe. We're sort of making like an Ultimate Universe Heroes Reborn MC2 style thing. It is very ridiculous, but very fun. On Wednesdays on this channel, I do a thing called Very Serious Battles, which is like courtroom-style power scaling judgments, but not serious power scaling because that's dumb. It's power scaling of like fast food mascot versus battles and like kids cartoon characters and nothing that makes sense. And
it's very magically.
Oh God,
honest.
the absolutely horrible things we've learned in this show. You will be stunned if you watch them.
Jack in the Box.
And then on Saturdays, from here on out, we are doing Canon Clash Season 2. I admittedly don't know how long Canon Clash Season 2 is going to run, but we've got more of it coming. That will be same time, same place next Saturday with a new batch of guests. All of the stuff that I have just described for you, all the old episodes, are also available on my YouTube VODs channel. That has just been linked in the chat. The entirety of Canon Clash Season 1 is there. All of Matt and Nikhil's Funtime Universe, all of Very Serious Battles, that is all up and that is updated regularly. If you came into this stream late, I'm going to try to get this one uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. So Season 2 Canon Clash will be up there quickly. I also have a Dungeons & Dragons show that I'm actually not DMing right now. Right now, we are in a limited series called Outlaws of the Seven, which is DM'd by Panda Red. I'm sure a lot of you know him. We just had episode 4 of that yesterday. That airs on Fridays, this Twitch channel, 6 p.m. Central Time. But you can watch all the previous episodes of that, including our previous campaigns, because we've done a couple previous campaigns at this point, on the DnDorks YouTube channel, which will also be dropped in chat in just a second. So Matt and Nikhil's Funtime Universe on Mondays, Very Serious Battles Wednesdays, DnDorks on Fridays, and then Canon Clash on Saturdays, plus Nikhil streams in the off days.
Ew.
So in our little creator community, there's stuff all the time. Let me say one more time, I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for coming to this episode of Canon Clash. Thank you so much to the guests for joining me, and we will see you next week for Season 2, Episode 2.